today is about surprises. Some yarny related, some personal related. So if that sounds like something you might want to hang out and see, plus probably a little bit of chit chat. If that interests you, hang out with me. Come on. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm glad you're here. I am wearing some sunshine because there's none to be had outside. Whether you're new, you're returning, I appreciate the time that you take with me. I had a surprise delivery yesterday, or last night. Well, it was yesterday, but I didn't get it till late last night. And I started to open it and I stopped because I got permission to share it with y'all. So I did open my box, but I have not opened. I'll show you what I saw. It says keep your surprise or something. Keep your gift a surprise. I told y'all I got surprises. I got surprises. This was not the video that I planned to make today. But I got 2 surprises yesterday. So I thought, what better? Now, I will warn you later in the video. I will warn you about, you know, the video that I was going to make that I will probably be making again instead later. I'll spit out the right words in a second. All right, it says keep your gift a surprise. Unwrap your present before opening this envelope. Okay. Ooh, nice. All right, well, I'm going to tell you, Brandy, you did sign it, sweetheart. Okay. It has a tag on it from Amazon. Okay. It says, enjoy your gift. Love you, from Brandy Green. Thank you, Brandy. So you did sign it. Okay. Well, I got a message last night that from Brandy saying that she forgot to sign her gift, but it had been delivered or should have been delivered. I can't remember the exact verbiage, but I'll tell you all about that in a minute. But yeah, so I did get it. And like I said, I opened it, but look at that. Does Amazon naturally do that, or is that something extra you have to ask for? Because I like that little bag. It's a drawstring. I'm delaying it, I know. Because she said I've been wanting this for a long time, so I'm trying not to guess too hard. Because there's literally nothing to hint at it. Okay, to be fair, when you see this, there's only one other thing I've ever gotten that has this. This is a, sorry. All right, before I show you that, this is a little, like a backpack tote. For like a project bag or something. But do you know how the kids, probably about 10-15 years ago, they were wearing those little sacks? I mean, I have like 2 or 3 of them. One of them's Georgia, one of them is Southern Mississippi, where my son was going to college. It's here, I'll show you. And then I'll show you the part I'm super excited about. Brandy! I love it. I can see what it is right now. Alright, so this is the tote I was telling you about. It's got the little drawstrings. You can wear it on your back like that right there, you know. And I have used these so much, because I mean they zip closed. I mean, not zip, they draw closed. So I love these. This is my second one of these because my husband had gifted me my Chiaogoos. All right, now my husband had gifted me the full size set, and I don't know how Brandy knew that I mean, unless she has that great of a memory. All right, so these are the Chiaogoo Twist Shorties. 2 inches and 3 inches. Okay. Wow. This is this is so unexpected. Thank you, Brandy. I know I had these on my Amazon wish list at one time. Actually, they might still be on there. I'll look in a second. If that's where you got them from, thank you, Brandy. If not, you have a great memory. Regardless. Oh my God, look how small this thing is. I wish I had my other Chiaogoo interchangeables to show y'all how the difference. But oh my gosh. I love this because honestly, I can stick this inside the full size one. What in the world? Okay. Let me try to pull all this out. Oh. Okay. Alright, so I have a gauge count. I mean a gauge ruler. And a needle sizer. Goes from 000, which is 1.5 millimeter, all the way up to a 3, which is a 3.25 millimeter. Alright, and I have my little T-post, my little T things, and then I have my grippy, my stitch minder, my stitch stoppers, like if I want to have only one thing on the cord. Oh, and here's my cables. Oh my gosh, they're so tiny. Oh, I have to open this and show you. Oh my gosh. I had, like I said, I had at one time had these on my list because y'all know I knit a lot of socks. And let me show you how thin that is. Look at that. They're so tiny. Alright, so it says I have a 5-inch, a 6-inch, and an 8-inch, or a 13 millimeter, 13 centimeter, 15 centimeter, or 20 centimeter in metrics. They're so dainty. I love them. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is, oh wow. Okay, first I'm just going to show y'all. Do you see? They're so small. Alright. Okay, good. Alright, so of the 2 rows, they're the same diameter size. But, alright, so let me take a 2 millimeter. Okay, so that is right. Alright, a 2 millimeter, which is some super fine thread or yarn thread, mostly lace and stuff. I don't know if, does any of my sock knitters, do y'all knit in 2 millimeter? So this is the 2-inch, and that's the 3-inch. So like if I use a 3-inch with the 5-inch cord, that'll basically be an 8-inch circular. Or I can use it with the 6-inch and get a 9-inch circular. Or I could do a 6-inch cable and the 2-inch. Look at these beautiful little things. Alright, I have never worked with a 2 millimeter needle. I will tell you that. I have worked with a 2.25 millimeter and up. But there's always a first time for everything. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Y'all, I can't tell you how many times. Now this goes up to 3.25. So it might not be, I still have, because see, back in the day when I was starting to like do sleeves and wristbands and geez, Pete. Well, there was something else that I needed, but I bought several sizes of 9-inch circulars. Now I have probably 2 or 3 sets of 9-inch circulars in my 2.75, which is my first go-to for socks with the gauge that I get. But oh my gosh, thank you, Brandy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I did ask her, and I was asking her as she was sending me the message saying that yes, I could use it on my video. I was like, yeah, you know me well, don't you? All right, so whoa. All right, I know I got the surprise yesterday, but I was all excited to get it. And like I said, I was not, I wonder, all right, I'm not going to keep it in here. I think what I'm going to do is, well, this, how did I get this out of here? All right. Okay. This tickles me pink. Now, I wonder, they have a little zip. Is there anything in there? Oh, okay. But like, they have a little zip pouch on the front, too. For a little, I could put that in there. That way I don't lose it. Actually, I'm going to put it in the big compartment because I will forget it's in there. And usually, even with my eyes being as bad as they are, I can see the millimeters. I like this bag. And tissue paper, I mean, really. Alright. So, I wonder what this is. Keep your surprise, your gift a surprise. Oh, okay. It's the gift receipt and all. That is so sweet. Thank you, Brandy. Oh, okay. So it says the gift bag 12 pair. Was there 12 in there? I guess, yeah. 6 of each size. So I guess you do have to ask for the gift bag separate. Thank you, Brandy. That is so sweet. I have no need for the gift return receipt. But thank you. And that is going to be so cute in my big pouch, in my big Chiaogu. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I'm going to save this because I really like that bag. I love the retro colors. Okay. So the other surprise. Okay. You know, I have not seen him. I have not seen him because my niece asked for it to be immediate family. And yes, I'm like a second mom because I'm her aunt. But I guess she just wanted, you know, her parents, well, her dad and her stepmom, and his parents, you know. I respect that. I can understand that. But I'm so excited. My niece had her son yesterday. Now, my niece, the little bitty size 0 child that, you know, she's not a child, y'all. She's almost, actually, she is 29. No, she's 28. She'll be 29 in October. So she's not a baby. She's not a little girl. She's not a, you know, she's a grown woman. And this is her second child. But, Zachariah. Now, my niece is a size 0. She gave birth to almost a 9-pound baby. That baby was 8 pounds and 15 ounces. Now, originally he was supposed to be born like the first week of August. So technically, they did change her due dates because of his size. They said the end of July, which is, they maybe upped it 3 or 4 days. And then she had him on July 13th. So imagine if that baby had come on his due date. He would have been probably 9.5 pounds, because, you know, they put on weight exponentially there at the end. But he's so blasted cute. And I know some babies are born not looking so cute. Okay? Some babies just aren't born that way. But he's just so chubby cheeked, you know, do big old lips. And, oh, he's just adorable. But anyway, I'm excited. Now I need to finish Isaiah's, my other great nephew. So that is great nephew number 3 that I have. To me, it's like grandbabies, okay? It's like grandbabies. But Isaiah's quilt is still hanging up. I have to still do the binding. But I'm going to explain why I'm not getting that done. And explain what video would have been today had I not got surprises to share with y'all. I would have shared Zachariah's birth anyway today. But I was going to be outside and knitting. Not knitting this because I can't take this out there. Alright. Now, if you come for just my surprises, that's it. I have my 3rd great nephew, which I'm super excited about, and I cannot wait till my niece says that she's up for visitors. And my birthday, well, actually, I don't know if that's a birthday surprise or regular surprise. She didn't say, but thank you, Brandy. I will look. Let me see. I don't remember how I have my Amazon list set up, whether it takes it off completely or, you know, to keep surprises. Oh, wow. I still have yarn bags on here. I might need to go update my Amazon wish list. Because, actually, my daughter-in-law did buy me one. I thought she had bought me one off my Amazon list, but unless I had 3 different options. Why would I do that to anybody? So I don't know if I had it on here or not. Because like I said, I don't know how I have my things set up. Yeah, I have no clue. Anyway, regardless, thank you. If you got it off my Amazon list, I appreciate it so very much. If you didn't and you have that good of a memory, like I said, you have my respect. But anyway, so I told y'all that my son, we were wanting to burn down those piles of stumps that we did. Well, my son is so much like me. My older twin is so much like me, it's uncanny sometimes. They both have characteristics of me and their dad, but, well, the younger one has more sometimes of my husband's chill factor, and the oldest one has my go factor. But there's sometimes where my son, my older one, can sound so much like his dad. It's so funny. Either way, I love my husband, so I don't mind any traits that my sons possess of his. But he got a wild hair the other day. He shows up. He gets my gardening barrels, my watering that we were going to do for rain catchment for the greenhouse back when we first built it, which we never did rebuild the platform to be able to hold those barrels, so they were still available. He put them in the back of his truck. He had went, instead of getting the pump from work, which he said was a super heavy-duty industrial size pump, he went and bought one from Harbor Freight. And said, I don't know if we're going to be able to get anything done today, which he didn't get. I don't think he got up here till, well, not just him. It was him, my daughter-in-law, and my grandson. I don't think they got up here till like 5 or 5:30. And even though it doesn't get late, I mean, it doesn't rain. I cannot even think. Even though it doesn't get dark till late because it is July, we didn't want to start a pile and not be able to get it burnt down, mostly before we have to put it out for the end of the night. So that was, I think, Saturday. And my husband and I were going to be grilling burgers. So, we invited them to stay up and do all that. But we did get everything set up, and Sunday he came over. In fact, I was talking about it in Monday's video. They came over that morning, and by the time I finished filming, they were already up there. They had already started one of the piles and everything. So we did that pile mostly. Now, one of the bad drawbacks of me using the tractor and the backhoe to make these piles was it got a lot of sand. Yes, that's good for to stop the prevention, the spread of any flames or anything. But it also means there's a lot of sand and not all stumps, so it's taking longer. Now, yesterday was Monday, and so I was going to do it by myself because, it's just a one-person job. But I did not know that my son and daughter-in-law had taken the keys to their truck where all the water barrels are, and the water pump, for wetting everything down. I didn't know that they had taken the keys with them. So she ended up having to come up anyway. And ooh, my grandson, he was in rare form. He was not having a good day yesterday. Well, we finally got everything ready. And while I was waiting on them to come up, I was rekindling the first because it still had some coals and stuff. So I was getting up the pile. Now these are like 30 feet in diameter piles, okay? 20 to 30 feet. Some are a little bigger, some, I think the ones where our garden beds are going to be might be about 10 to 15 feet in diameter, so they're not as huge. But anyway, burning the stumps, it kind of created a crater, almost like a volcano. So I was getting up there, I was trying to rake. I have a garden rake out there. I was raking down some of the dirt so that I could expose some stumps to push them into the pile in the center of the crater, and that rekindled the pile. So I could not leave and go down to her house and get the keys. It'll be so much easier when they move up here, I swear. They're only a half a mile down the road, but But anyway, so we finally got everything, and I got it going, and her and the baby were going to go back down to the house and do his schoolwork and whatnot. And the bottom fell out. The bottom completely fell out. Now, we had expected some rain, but all morning I had sat in here knitting my little self away, waiting on the storm that was supposed to hit yesterday morning to hit, and it never did. So I went outside and I started the pile. After all that was said and done, from all the waiting and, all of that situation. But I got the pile going. Beautiful flame. Very safe. Everything was wet around it. And then, probably about an hour into getting that pile going, the bottom completely fell out. Now, it was only rain. There was no lightning and thunder. So me, my daughter-in-law, and my grandson were playing in the rain. And I'm sorry. I love to play in the rain. I love just being out in the rain, especially when there's no lightning and thunder and it's safe. So I thoroughly enjoy it. I have since I was a child. It's one of nature's best joy for me. So it didn't put the fire out. No. But we're talking some big old stumps. Now, the trees themselves were about that big, but the stumps are a lot bigger and longer, especially with pine trees. So they went ahead and they went on down the house because we were all soaked. So they went home to change and to do a school. I stayed up here. Well, of course I stayed up here, but I stayed out there, you know, trying to keep the everything. I wasn't worried about keeping it contained. The rain was going to do that for me. But I did want to try, because I had two piles at that time, and they were very close together. Well, very is a relative term. They were probably about 100 feet apart, the two piles, but it was easy for me to maintain. And the downpour actually put out the first one from Sunday. And I was focused on the one that I had started yesterday. And the rain slackened up, and you know, it was still burning pretty good. And then another one came. Well, this one was included. I never saw lightning, but I didn't take a chance. I heard thunder, so I jumped in the truck, soaking wet, head to toe. My shoes are so squishing today, even, because I went to look to see if they were dry this morning. No, they're soaked. Everything smells like smoke. So I did not take this knitting with me. I did take my socks with me, because I don't care if my socks smell like smoke. They're going to be hand washed, but no, I mean, those will not be. This will be hand washed, but that's why I didn't take this with me, because I wasn't 100% sure by hand washing if I could get a smoke smell. The flip side of that is where I got my tongue tied. My socks, I just throw them in the washing machine. I don't hand wash my socks. I mean, they are made of some sturdy wool, let me tell you. I've never felted my socks. You know, they're doing fine. And trust me, I have enough handmade socks. I could probably, maybe half of a year, wear them only one time. No, I don't have. That would be what? 130? No. It's 365 days. I mean, 365 days. So that would be 180 days. 182 and a half, technically. But, wow. My brain actually did my math like it usually does. But I don't have 180 pair. So that's a slight exaggeration. But I could probably, I want to say maybe a good 60 pair of hand knit socks. Yeah, it's too many. And all the socks to be that are in that dresser, I showed y'all a while back. Actually, probably closer to a year or so ago. I cannot believe I've been on here that long. Wow. Right now, let's see, February, March was like 2 years, I think. Yeah. That is amazing to me. I can't believe I've been on here that long. But I do have videos, and you could see my socks and my sock yarn in the thumbnails if y'all want to go look back at it. But That was the video I was going to be recording today, because I am going out there. I was waiting to film this until it got a little lighter outside, but there's no hint of sunshine, so it still may rain. But obviously, I just explained, I'm not scared of rain. Now, I come in like a soaked log last night, and I had gotten cold, so I had to go jump in the shower. Well, before I went and jumped in the shower is when Brandy sent me a message and said, that she had forgotten to sign something that it was being delivered by USPS. I was like, okay, well, I haven't seen my guys, so it might have been gone. It might have went to the mailbox. And she said, yeah, it had been delivered to the mailbox. Well, I don't go down to my mailbox unless I'm expecting a delivery, because I still have not resumed my morning walks with my daughter-in-law and my grandson. I need to. My back is better. So I really do need to. My leg is better. I'm good. Okay. But I'm like, I was so excited because I was like, I got a surprise. But I was soaking wet. And I'm not going to get in my husband's truck soaking wet. So I was like, I'll go check it after I get a shower and everything. And oh, that shower felt so good. I put more hot water than I did. I know, it's July. But being that long in the rain and that soaked, I was getting cold, especially walking into the AC in the house. So it was very nice to be able to get my shower and get warm. And then I put my long, comfy nightgown on. I know, y'all probably don't even want to hear that. And then I was like, oh, crud, I still need to run down there. So I got it. Okay. And I started to open it up. And I was like, you know what? Because I did not have to run down to the mailbox. My son had been going to the gym, and he ended up bringing me my mail after he got out of the gym. So I was like, yay! Because like I said, aforementioned nightgown. I mean, I would have ran down there anyway, because I don't have to get out of the car or the truck to check my mail. But I was so excited. I was like, no, I don't want to. I wanted to open it up with y'all. And I'm glad I waited, because that way I felt like I had a surprise yesterday. I had 2 surprises yesterday, and now I have another surprise today, even though the one is tied up. The 2 of them's tied up in the same gift. But I prolonged my joy. And I'm so tickled with it. Now, right now, I'm using some off-brand circular needles. And I don't know if I'm pretty sure I've showed y'all my Chiaogus, how sharp they are. These are not that sharp. And y'all forgive my nails. I've got to soak the acrylic off and redo them. But I can't. Between doing the crochet and the knitting and everything for the channel, and the gardening and the canning, and I finally got my garbanzo beans canned yesterday. I had to go 2 rounds because I had bought 2 pounds of dry beans, so I had to do 2 rounds of canning in between, doing the burn pile and everything, burning the stump piles. But anyway, so if you are interested, I do have I'm going to put a clip at the back of the end of this, or actually I'll put it somewhere before the end. I wanted to show y'all the surprise from my husband, the green stalk. I wanted to show you how well that's going. If you're interested, if you're not, you don't have to stick around for it, but it'll be toward the end. And between all that stuff, I kind of, There's just so much stuff, y'all. I'm not kidding. Oh, alright. So just in a warning, I don't know how much I can get done on my animal squares for Friday's video, because I'm going to be out there, and that is another thing I won't take out there, because I don't want to get the smoke smell on the squares that are going to my great nephews. And now I can, oh, that's what I was going to tell you. So I have Isaiah's quilt there. I need to wash the fabric for the Georgia Bulldog quilt that I'm doing for Zachariah. I hope Taylor doesn't see this. Oops. Oh well, I've already said it now, so I'll just tell her not to watch this video. But I have to wash the quilt fabric. Now I did not pre-wash, and every quilter I've ever seen says, oh, there's a bunny rabbit. Okay, so this baby bunny has been, oh wow, he's getting big. I haven't seen him in like 2 or 3 days. But he started out about that big to where you could barely see his little ears. And he's probably about that big now. Before his ears. So he's probably about that big after his ears. He's like a teenage stage. I watch him every day. Because every day he'll start at my greenhouse. And he'll work his way around to the back of the yard. Over there by the cars and stuff. Earlier he was already over that way. And so I guess he's kind of going back and forth. Sorry. Squirrel rabbit moment. But anyway. A lot of quilters will pre-wash their fabric before they sew the quilt. So that it doesn't shrink inconsistently or whatever. Well, I did not do that with Isaiah's. But I do want to do it with Zachariah's, just in case the colors bleed. I don't think they do, but and I do need to, oh yeah, that, I wonder if Amazon has color catchers. I mean, Walmart might have them. But I mean, if I can get this, oh wait, no, these are, Today is the 14th. Okay, there's some right here that says, it's the Shout version. I can get it today between 2 and 6 p.m. if I order... It doesn't say. But I don't have my son's Amazon on my laptop. This is just mine. And my son's is up on my phone. So I might be able to get them today without having to run to Amazon. I mean, to Walmart, so that I can get this, so I can stay out there with that. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll find out. But I do want to get some of those just in case. So I have got to hurry up and finish Isaiah's so that I can start on Zachariah's, because now that he's born, I can get my daughter-in-law. Oh, I need to get a quilt pen too, because she embroidered Isaiah's information, and I'll show y'all that when I show you the quilt. But she didn't like, she originally did it with the wash away stabilizer, and she penciled in so that she would, you know, be able to write in the font that I wanted. And when I washed it, no, I didn't wash it, I wet that block so that I could get the wash away off the stabilizer. And she didn't like how it didn't look as thick as it had when she had the pencil or ink or whatever it was behind. So what I told her is, what I will do is I will get one of those fabric markers that will stay on there, so that she can do that on the fabric. And Oh, and let me tell you, I let her borrow what Laura sent me when she sent me all my diamond painting stuff. It's a light for my diamond painting. And my daughter-in-law used that so that she could transfer the printed version, because I printed out all his information in the font and the size that I wanted it. And she just used that I had printed off the printer, put the fabric over top of it with the wash away stabilizer, and then traced it that way. She loved that. So she's going to do that again, but I got to remember to let her use my light. Sorry. And I am drinking, actually I'm almost finished. Actually, I am finished with my caffeine. But I wanted to go ahead, and so I need to get the fabric marker. I need to get color catchers so that I can wash it. I think I want to do the Starry Charms again, but in Georgia Bulldog. I need to practice all my half square triangles. I think my mistake, the reason I wasn't so happy with that is because you start off with a 5-inch square, then you, how did I do it? Let me remember how I did a half square triangle. So I started, okay. How did I do that? I sewed them together. Yeah, okay. So basically I put 2 right sides facing. Then I sewed a middle line. I went over 1/4 of an inch. I sewed a middle line. And everybody has different seam allowances, but this is what I did. And then I cut it down the middle, and then I opened them, and then that gave me one side, one triangle right, and then one triangle the solid color, or the whatever color, the design color. I had to remember that for a minute. Jeez, it peaked my brain. So after I do that, I am supposed to recut the square to 4.5 inches square. I didn't. I did it on a couple, and then I walked away, and I must have forgot that that was a step I was supposed to do, because I did not do anymore or something. I can't remember why I didn't finish cutting those half square triangles down to 4.5 inches. So that made the blanket a little wonky, and that's okay. I know my nephew will still love it, and my great nephew will grow up with it, so he won't know any different. And by the time he does know any different, he won't care, because he'll know that it was made with love. And I want to do Zachariah's the same way, but with Georgia Bulldog print. You know, I have this one. I have the black version, or the red and black block version. And then I have solid red, solid black, solid gray, and solid white. So I can use all of these things. Now the white will stay for the charms. So I need to get cracking, y'all. Like, I ain't busy enough, but I got to get cracking. I mean, yeah. I can overwhelm myself at times. I do have to go pick up a Michael's order, because they sent me, for my birthday, a 40% off a regular priced item coupon. And it expired yesterday, so I had to use it by yesterday. Now, you know how I just mentioned how busy I am? Well, there's something else I want to do. And that will be an upcoming video. When I show y'all what I got from Michael's, I will explain more on that situation. And, like, I need anything else to do. I still have my animal squares to do. I'm not going to list that. I'm not going to list everything. I want to start the Tunisian crochet with the hooks that Meredith sent me. And y'all know I'm going to pop on another pair of socks on these needles. Just so I can try them. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Can you tell I get excited over things? Yeah, I do. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. It is already 10 o'clock. I want to get out there and get things going because it's already kind of late. I should have started this about 8 so that I would have a full day. Because I'm going to be combating very soaked stumps. I can still make them burn. But I have to rekindle the one from last night. The second pile. I don't think I'm going to be able to rekindle that first pile. I'm going to have to start it completely over. But most of the stumps that are... pardon me if y'all heard that. Carbonation man. But... those are, I've got most of those stumps burned. Unless they're at the base perimeter underneath all that soil and sand. My back hurts from doing all that yesterday. You know, getting up on there and trying to rake all the sand down. And I can do it. It's just going to take time. And maybe when I'm not doing it, my daughter-in-law or my sons can do it because she has a garden rake like me. So we can have 2 garden rakes going at one time while the piles are burning. We can kind of keep busy doing that. But anyway, so I don't know whether y'all are going to come out in the field with me for Friday's video and have like a knit and chat while, you know, I'm out there watching the fire. You know, making sure it's all contained and everything. Or if I can get time in the evenings to do some more animal squares. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Just so Friday's video might just be a surprise all the way around. I might do the Michael's stuff Friday. Depends on... my daughter-in-law was talking about going to town today, so I might have her pick up my Michael's order. I don't know why I thought there was much in there. But I'm going to get off here. I have no clue when I started this, so I have no clue how long I've been chatting because I can't see my timer. Yes, I'm looking in the TV behind my phone. But regardless of what I'm showing in the next video, between now and then, I hope that you find some kind of joy. I know a couple of you are going through a couple things in life right now, and you have my sympathy. You have my thoughts. You have my prayers. You have my positive vibes. All of the good things. You have it, okay? And you know who you are. Both of you. Okay? I hope you do find some kind of joy, though. Even when things are really, really hard, it's there. It's in a look. It's in a smile. And it's even in a little woof, you know. Woof, woof. Just something. Just, it's there. So, on that note, find your joy. Grab a hold of it. Don't let go. And sometimes it's hiding. Okay? But it's there. Trust me. There's been really, really bad days to where I stretched to find some. And I was able to. And now, right now, I have like, it's bursting, you know. So, even if some of my joy comes through that screen and helps you, then I'm all the more thankful for it. Okay? Until Friday's video, take care of you. Alright, I'll see you. Oh, wait. Shoot. Alright, I'll put the clip at the end of this, okay? Of the green stalk. I forgot to, I was going to do that before I signed off, but it's okay. I'll put it here at the end. And I won't say bye from it, because it's already filmed. I filmed it before I came in here. So I hope you enjoyed the little bit of greenery and a lot of, honestly, it looks like Pacific Northwest out there. All the gray and wet. And it's okay. It makes for very green trees and grass and veggies, and so I can't complain. All right, I'm gone now. Have a great one. Take care of you. Bye. Good morning. Good morning. I wanted to come out here and show y'all. This is the birthday present that my husband bought me. It is a green stalk vertical planter. Yes, I know. Forgive my porch. It is 23 years old. And oh, let me show you. That right there is a cast iron pot that I found for like $25 at a flea market. I mean, not a flea market, a yard sale not far down the road. Yes, I do need to refinish it. That's why it's just sitting there. But, I mean, it even has, let me show you. It even has the metal handle. Sorry, that's not why I brought y'all out here. I wanted you to see how well these bush green beans are doing in this planter. Now, I did spring for a lid for this, and see, this opens, see where you can fill the water trough, and then it disperses it down below. But I sprung for that so that I don't get debris up in there, because those holes that divert the water down below are so teeny tiny. I also have the self-watering system that I have not set up yet. I have my handy dandy little hose pipe right there to do it though. But yeah, I wanted to show y'all this. The rest of my garden in my greenhouse is not doing so well because of the heat, but it is okay. It will be all right. Now, I wanted to show y'all what I call the faux green stalk. Yes, I know. My table is still here. This table was over there. And it's too close to the door, so I'm going to end up having to move it. But these right here are the little things that I had bought from Dollar Tree back in the day. And see, it sits similar to the green stalk. But this is what they started in. Just that little bitty thing here. And yes, I put sand as a filler in the middle because I was short on soil. But actually, beans actually like that sandy soil mix combo because, hello, they're thriving. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. The real green stalk works so much better than the faux green stalk. Yep. And you'll see some smoke in the background where the fire has not completely went out. And I'm going to finish filming and go rekindle the fires way out there. But I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of glimpse of greenery. I may do a greenhouse tour or a garden tour type situation for a few minutes on the back end of another video, when the plants aren't as burnt and scorched from the heat. Because, hello, we have lots and lots of rain in the forecast.